What's up guys, John here, and in today's video I want to share with you 5 practice tips that are going to help you get the most out of your practice time and help you become a better musician. One quick disclaimer before we get into it: these are tips that I use personally and they might not be perfect for everybody, so please leave a comment below and let me know other things that you do, and people watching this will be able to get more out of this video by reading the comments and finding other great practice tips and routines as well. All right, with that said, let's get into it. Tip number 1 I like to do is just clear the area. So if you have a practice space, if you have, say, a music stand, take everything off it. So don't have a ton of books and papers and an iPad or a computer and all these things just in front of you like, oh, I need to practice this, I need to practice this. We all have tons of things that we need to work on as musicians, but just put one thing on it. And that sort of sets the tone and clears the area. Just looking at it visually as well helps you kind of focus in. And then with that, I like to turn off all notifications. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and it just helps you stay focused. If you're working on something and then all of a sudden you hear a ding, oh, I get a text, like immediately it's just like you get your focus is broken. I find that it takes, when that does happen, it takes me a few minutes mentally to get back to where I was when I was just in the zone focused on it. So again, for efficiency, just turn your phone off and designate that time. If you're working with a computer, close off your email, close off any dings or notification bells, and that will help you stay focused. All right, tip number 2 is have a goal. When I sit down to play, it's very easy as guitar players to just noodle. Like we just pick up the guitar and we're like playing this, then we go to one song and then we go to another song. We're just sort of like drifting around. Now, I'm not saying that that's bad, but for me, I like to have a goal. So I sit down, okay, I've got 1 hour to practice today. Maybe I have a gig coming up that I have tunes that I need to run. I need to prep. Maybe I'm going to film a YouTube cover. And so I may have a specific song and I'm just going to drill that one song for an hour. And I'm just going to repeat it, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not going to deviate. I'm not going to play a few little licks and then go to my song and then noodle around a little bit, and then I'm just going to have like one specific thing. When I'm done, I feel like I use that time efficiently. We all could use more time to practice, so this helps me feel better when I'm done practicing. Okay, I had this specific goal. I had some problem that I was just targeting and I'm identifying it and I'm trying to overcome it. All right, tip number 3 is another one that I've gone back to recently, and it's just starting out slow. Our bodies do have a physical warm-up, just like runners, they stretch and they do warm-ups. I like to start out by just playing notes very slowly and making that connection between my pick or my fingers playing and then my fretting hand, and just getting rid of all the flams and just like aligning that with my mind. So I find that playing things very slow and accurately really helps me just get in the zone. So for instance, this morning I was working on this tune, Take 5, and when I started out, I was literally playing the melody so slow, and I was going, and you'll notice right on the second note, I had a little flam, so. So I'm just making sure that I can hear every note. I had a song I was working on a while back, and I woke up every morning and I was just drilling this song, really trying to get it down, and it was a tough song and it was a burning tune, and I practiced it for about 6 months, like dedicating an hour a day to this song. And after 6 months, I found that I wasn't really still making much progress, and the problem is I was waking up and just immediately trying to just like frantically go to the speed of the tune. And I found when I slowed down and focused on that accuracy, that it was just giving me like a mental just lift. When you really nail something, even if it's a slow tempo, it's more satisfying than just like hurrying through it and practicing all these flams and things. So start slow, get it right, and then slowly speed it up from there, but make sure that the accuracy stays the same. All right, tip number 4 is use a metronome. Everything that I do, I'm either playing with a metronome or sometimes a drum machine for more inspiration, or I'm playing along with a recording. So those are like 3 things within that. Use a metronome. You got to be able to focus on your time. You got to know your tempo, and all you have to do is, if you have a phone that can get apps on it, which pretty much everybody does nowadays, is just download a free metronome app. They're free. You don't have to pay for it. Pro Metronome is a good one. There's a ton. Metro Timer is another one that I have. There's a ton of free ones. Don't pay for it. If you do want a paid one, I use one called Time Guru that's really cool. But the point is we have to develop time, and we gotta always keep working on honing that groove. Every time I do a recording session, it's to a click. When I'm playing live with a lot of bands nowadays, we're getting clicks in our in-ears. So you have to be able to lock into a click. And this is gonna help you lock in with drummers and just really benefit your playing overall. Work on your time, use a metronome. That's tip number 4. All right, tip number 5, and the last tip for today is gonna be record yourself. I like to use the Voice Memos app on my phone, and when I'm done for the day or whatever I was working on, I record and I listen back. You can do this, of course, in the middle of your session at any time. Just record yourself and put your instrument down and listen. There's something about when you're playing your instrument, you're playing it, and then you're of course we're listening, but when you put your instrument down and you just listen back, it's a different experience, and you may be able to identify spots in your playing. Oh, I can work on that, and then just jot it down, make a note. Okay, I'm gonna work on the bridge of this song or whatever. I'm gonna work on that transition, and then make a note, and then next time you sit down, that's what you're targeting. All right, guys, I really hope this video helps you out and gives you some good practicing tips, gets you fired up. Again, let me know in the comments below what routines and things you like to use, or if you agree or disagree with any of these, and how we can add more value to this video and to everyone watching. Thanks again so much. As my gift to you before you go, you can click the link below and get a free PDF of over 100 pages of licks and exercises that's all about soloing on guitar. It's a book I wrote called Melodic Expressions. You can get it for free by signing up for the newsletter, or you can get it on the iTunes bookstore for $15, again for free, as my gift to you in the link below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We've got new videos dropping every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.